One of the many pitfalls car makers try and avoid is to allow a vehicle to get, shall we say, long in the tooth. So they try and update and refresh every few years. However, if the vehicle is not holding its own in the showroom, well, it simply becomes history. No point throwing any more cash at it. Now, conversely, if the car is a success, the pressure is on to keep the momentum going and you, the consumer, interested. Well, the biggest success story in this country has been the Honda Civic. It's been the best-selling car in Canada for 18 years. Well, this is, and you're ready for this, the 10th generation Civic. Notice something different? Yep, it's a hatchback. Why do I sound so surprised? Well, as we all know, Canadians love hatchbacks, but 17 years ago, Honda decided to dump the hatch and you couldn't get one in North America. And I suggest that's a decision Honda would like to forget.
I don't think we regret this decision. I think a lot of decisions that we made is based on market conditions. And at that time, the market condition is not ready for the hatchback anymore. And we focus on the sedan and coupe. And I think in the past couple of years, we have seen a resurgence of the demand for hatchback.
Well, we didn't quite drop the hatch. It took a hiatus, as you know today. At the time, the hatch made sense, and it was our Civic model at the time. But since then, we've had sedans, coupes, and we have lots of variations to satisfy the customers, and we've been number one ever since. We brought the hatch for a different reason this time. We needed to expand our lineup to solidify our Civic sales. As you know, we've been 18 years in a row, number one, and we're looking like we're going to get to 19 year this year. And for us to keep going with that kind of a sales record, we had to ensure that we appeal to every Canadian wherever possible.
I wouldn't say it's a no-brainer. I think the competitors, they are always challenging us for this, the leadership position. If we want to stay ahead, we got to keep reinventing ourselves by offering more choices to consumer because, consumer nowadays, I think whether it's automotive or anything else, they want choices.
And its name is back, but it's a completely different vehicle. We took the four-door and we made it into a five-door version. But again, we emphasize on the sportiness and the premiumness of the Civic. The powertrain is quite different. It has a standard 1.5-liter turbo and a high output version on the higher models. You can see the design changes, much more sporty. The rear overhang is shortened, which makes it a nice hunker look. And the aero kits and the chisel look really gives it a sort of a coupe-like silhouette, but again, versatile as a hatchback.
Okay, the good, the bad, and the good with this hatch. I like the interior and lots of room to put your stuff. The other thing is fuel economy. I don't normally talk about that because it really depends on your driving habits. But when I was driving the stick, I was getting 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers. I mean, that's outstanding. I know it's only a 1.5 liter engine, but I was thrashing this sucker. The bad? The touchscreen. You've heard me talk about this before, especially with the audio. It's difficult to use, and I think it's distracting, and it's a safety issue. Yes, you have the alternative volume on the steering wheel, but believe me, it brings up that question again, why reinvent the wheel, or in this case, the dial? But good news, Honda tells me they're bringing back the knob.
This is not the end of our line. We still have two more models to launch for Civics, the longly awaited Type R, and the SI versions of the Civic, which will be coming next year.
I think this vehicle, of course, is going to bring in some loyal customers that owns Honda, but we feel that we're going to attract some new customers to our brand.
So I hope you guys are staying tuned.
Bottom line on the Civic hatchback, well, as someone commented, it's a Honda. Well-built, peppy turbo with great fuel economy no matter how you thrash it. And I know automatics are on the rise, and there's nothing wrong with the auto on this hatchback, but I think it would be cruel and unusual punishment to pair this vehicle without the 6-speed stick.